text you brighter side, 'cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you bet you're nice, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side, and it's smooth how you move, 'cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
Next week, Atlanta is hosting the All-Star Game, and while we can't be there, that doesn't mean we can't join in the fun.
We'll have a special All-Star themed interactive episode, so make sure you brush up on your All-Star trivia and meet us back here next Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific.
And don't forget, next Saturday, March 6th, you can watch all the action from the My Team Unlimited Championship.
The John Hancock Tower rising above the bustling city of Boston and its tree-lined streets. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Well, the Celtics have their two J's, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Their names are similar, and sometimes people get confused. Brown said, Coach Brad Stevens does it a lot. He draws up the play and says Jaylen, but puts JT on the clipboard. We look at each other like, all right, bro, one of us is going to get the bucket. It doesn't even matter. Kevin, back to you.
Both capable, DA. Thank you. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Paul George.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. And for the Celtics, Brown is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Thompson is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you've set. But I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. You know, if you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. On the wing, George. He's covered by Brown. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Bucket is good.
And how about Tatum there, using his muscle, easily absorbing the contact and still able to knock down the shot.
The Celtics shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Now, here's George. Outside Leonard to the middle. Batum. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 6 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Batum kicks to Beverly. Outside, George. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
Brown drives in and finished off by Brown.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Leonard. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. And George gets it to go.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Here's Leonard following the basket by Jaylen Brown. And Thompson sends it back.
Shooter just can't help but throw that ball into Tristan Thompson's hand.
Tice, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And it's Leonard missing. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
Celtics leading by 3. Brown, good. He's got 12.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
chance to check out Tristan Thompson here. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. 14th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado, and more often than not, he prevails.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Hits it from three-point range.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Clippers trail by 8. Right side, George. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And here's Tatum for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contribution.
And Brown throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Launches a 3. Here's Tice. Basket good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And the Clippers call time here.
And you have to be excited about the work rate that Thompson has shown lately. He has become a much more active player.
Well, the ability just to stay with that high motor is Tristan Thompson's calling card at this point. On the interior, wants to play physical and wants to disrupt anything he can on the inside to make an impact.
The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. The Clippers, number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
George with the ball. He's got 6. Batum finds Beverly. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And the rejection by Leonard.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Shot from the wing. And it's Brown missing.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 13-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Trying to get open is Thompson. They grab their own miss. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got 5.
Well, if there's 100 play calls that they have, Tristan's probably got 0 of them. He just goes in there and gets it done himself.
Ibaka, the pass to Batum. Good D by Thompson.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here's Beverly after Jaylen Brown's miss. To the inside. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Beverly. He's got 8.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Shot's good by Walker. And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 14. Pass to Beverly. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Shot's good by Walker.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it. Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Here's George, and it's blocked by Brown, and they'll keep possession. That one falls.
Timeout.
Batum's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Jackson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. That sends Jeff Teague to the free throw line. That's on Lou Williams. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
One shot.
Free throw good, Teague. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Pritchard, no good on that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Takes the 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Clippers trail by 13. Williams kicks to Zubac. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
A nice shot by Teague.
And Jeff Teague knows he's going to get hit when he gets in there like that, but great job still knocking it down.
Williams with a clean look. The three-pointer, no good. Boston leading by 13. Here's Ojale. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Chalk up 2 there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Boston. Good on the shot. Teague's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, at 6'2" and 182, Jeff Teague really had to use all the strength in his body to get that shot off despite getting hit.
Now, here is George. Last game we saw him score 32. Morris with the bucket.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. The Celtics have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kennard's checked in.
One shot.
And that one falls for Tatum.
3rd pick in that 17 NBA draft after a strong rookie campaign. I think Tatum was going to be around for a while.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Kennard with the ball over Tatum, and that one goes long. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
A guy who has lived up to lofty expectations. Tatum impacts the game across the board.
Williams finds Kennard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That is his 1st foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Kennard's got 5.
Well, when you're given the ball as much as Lou Williams has gotten it through the years, he's experienced enough to make those kind of plays. Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Kennard on the wing. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Pritchard beyond the arc. And again, Boston with the triple. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Celtics out in front as they wrap up the first quarter with a big 11-3 run. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win, and there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together, we move the ball, we make sacrifices, and we enjoy getting stops.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Celtics foul. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. Jackson is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the three, the small forward. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys?
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks. Here's Kennard, following the bucket by the Celtics. Poke loose, 5 to shoot, and stolen by Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And you see the length of Tatum on that play. Long arms to pick the ball, and then the long strides up the court.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside Jackson. Inside, here's Kennard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Kennard's got 7.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Celtics leading by 20. Here's Teague, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Williams. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Delicate with the floater there up over the top. It's like Lou Williams has shot that one before.
Now a timeout called by Boston. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams. Walker's shot is off.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
And it's Patrick Beverly with the three. Beverly's got 14.
He's selective, but it's huge when Beverly starts to find his stroke like this.
It's Brown with the drive. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Clippers trail by 19. To the paint, here's Batum. And it's blocked by Brown. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Celtics on D. Here's Leonard. But they get it back. Here's Ibaka. That one good for two. Ibaka's got his first 2 points. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. It's Brown with the drive, and Brown throws it down.
And you aren't going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. He is simply on a tear.
Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Ibaka drawing the double team. Here's Leonard trying to get open as Ibaka. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the night. Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
The wingspan and the timing that Kawhi Leonard has is really remarkable. He utilizes those strengths to dominate both ends of an NBA floor.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting two.
That's good from Walker.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
And so Walker nails both of them. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics.
Too much. Look at that. And what amazing athleticism from Brown, putting on a show out there with slams like that.
Los Angeles has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Buries it from three-point range. Brown's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Leonard. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
And there it is for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And the Clippers call time here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. George is checked in for the Clippers. Leonard on the wing. He's got 7, and there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. Here's Leonard. And there's the pass to George. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. The first one falls.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And so Walker nails both of them. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Outside Leonard. Over in the corner, Beverly. Off target from outside.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And Brown runs the floor like a freight train. At 225 pounds, he's a mammoth that wrecks defenses in transition.
Clippers with the ball after the basket by Boston. Leonard finds Batum. Walker against Beverly. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Walker from down in the low post. It goes. Walker's got 6 here in this quarter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Count it.
And a master at creating space. Walker can get his shot off in a variety of ways.
George passes to Ibaka. And here's Beverly. He's got 18. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Walker against Leonard. The baseline J. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And it's Beverly missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Tice has got his second basket of the night. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
And when you let Brown get close to the hoop, you face the consequences. Just a tremendous athlete with unreal dunking ability.
Here's George after the basket by Boston. It's stolen by Tice. And here comes Walker leading the fast break. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Passes it to Beverly.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Now here's Leonard after Jaylen Brown's miss. That one goes. Count it. Leonard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
And the shot goes down.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Down low, Ibaka, and it's blocked by Brown.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Yes, that goes in.
And Walker, the definition of a creative finisher. No foul, no problem.
Leonard kicks to Beverly. From outside the arc, doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Boston takes it the other way. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. LA's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Shots good by Ibaka.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength. Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. There's 1:40 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Beverly. Williams with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Ojale. That one wide left.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The shot by George, no good.
I saw a green light there, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 18. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverly. George has got 5 points now in the quarter. Brown drives in, and then Brown with the dunk.
And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half of the game. Knocked away and taken away by Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Leonard the pass to George. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got 8 rebounds in this game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Ibaka. Shoots the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Beverly for three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Boston Celtics, able to put on a show for the ages. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. It's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay. It was a big-time first quarter for Jaylen Brown. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points. 3 steals. You have to feel good for Kemba Walker. A soldier for years in Charlotte, Kenny. He's found a system in Boston that suits him perfectly.
Equal opportunity offense in Boston. That's what I like about it. Everyone that touches the ball, the athletic wings, they're all playing around him, and Walker complements everything.
Yeah, listen, he fits the Celtics mode. He shows up, puts in the work every day, and he plays team ball.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Williams is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Celtics. Tatum's shot is off. George looking around. Pass to Beverly. From the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And they double up Brown. Here's Thompson. Second chance shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Thompson's out there to throw his weight around. He did it that time.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
That free throw good from Thompson. And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And Tristan Thompson is constantly asked to play a role and willingly accepts that. You think about how much respect he's garnered from coaches and teammates through all the seasons that he's played in the NBA.
Now here's Leonard. And the shot is good. Leonard's got 13.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Tatum drives in. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Over in the corner, Batum for 3. The rebound by the Celtics. Tice has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Brown finds Tatum. Basket counts. Tatum's got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. George against Brown, and Leonard gets it to go.
Now, being aggressive in the painted area, you love the attacking element that Kawhi Leonard brings to the game.
Shot's good by Walker.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Leonard looking over the floor. And finished off by Leonard.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Beverly. And good that time. Beverly's got 23.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 23.
And Patrick Beverly can do that in close, finds a way to get that one up, and you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. And the Celtics making a change here. And looking at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, we can see the teams that make the most of their trips to the foul line. The Clippers, number 1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
And that one falls for Batum.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Both free throws good from Batum. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip.
And really at his best from mid-range. Tatum can create space and shoot up over his defenders.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Teague with the ball, and Batum picks him up defensively. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Dishes it to Leonard. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And that's 19 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Offensive rebound. Here's Thompson. And the rejection by Ibaka. Over to the wing. To the paint. Williams with the block. And they get it back. Here's Batum. That one misses. Excellent D there from Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. Shoots over Batum. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. Taking a look at the Clippers. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
And when I look at the Clippers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Snatched up. Los Angeles has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And it's in there.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
It's stolen by Ibaka. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
Beverly wide open. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Beverly's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's Teague. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Here's Teague. Paul George making his last shot. Over Beverly. Here's Thompson. That one's off, still out of sync.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. And it's Williams in for Nicholas Batum. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Love how Jeff Teague did not fear that attempt. He was amongst the trees, but it did not affect the shot.
Now the pass to Beverly. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Celtics shooting 42% from the field here in the third. Shoots from 12. Teague can't hit. LA has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed, and they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And a moment to see numbers for Leonard. Averaging about 26 points per, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Offensive rebound, Thompson. The shot's good. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, Tristan Thompson, one of the dying breed, physical big men, able to get down there and mix it up.
To the inside, and the dunk by Zubac.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
On the wing, Thompson shoots over Zubac and off the front iron, and in it goes. Thompson's got 11 points.
Not going to see that often, but Thompson outside of the paint collects 2 more.
George passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. And that concludes this long 6-game road trip. Thompson with it, guarded now by Morris. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Banked in off the glass. He's got 17.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Jackson in the corner. They get it back. They get a hand on it. Second shot opportunity. Williams with the block. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Tatum gets the bucket.
Thompson with a nice job finding the open man, creating for his teammate.
Williams kicks to Zubac. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Thompson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Drains the three-pointer. Jackson's got 10.
I tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked: confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one. Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And the layup is good.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Tatum, that's for 2. Williams in the post, working on Zubac. LA's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. The 3 from Morris, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
There's the three. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics leading by 23. 20 feet out. A nice shot by Teague. He's got 15.
As soon as Teague pulls up for the jumper, you just have a feeling it's going to go in.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. George passes to Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. The shot by George, wide open. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Celtics opening up a huge gap. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Kennard. Paul George is out there with Morris. Then it's Williams. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Celtics leading by 23. Shoots from the baseline. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 9 assists now tonight. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. The 3 from George connects from 3-point range. George has got 14 points now in the second half. Stolen by George, and there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Good on the bucket.
So agile. Ibaka able to quickly come up and set the screen, then quickly rolls into position for the score.
Brown, good.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Knocks it loose. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Jumps up. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Williams looking around. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good on the 3. For Boston, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And really, Brown is astonishing when he takes it inside. The defense does not know what to do with it.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Ibaka. And here's Kennard. to the middle. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Rebounded by the Celtics. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. A three from Morris. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter. Now Zubac. Outside Williams. Pass to Zubac. Uncovered. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Williams. Good. Nice job down low.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Semi Ojeleye. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Kennard. Here's Tice. And the shot goes in.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And Beverly kicks to Williams. Top of the key, Ibaka. And another 3 for the Clippers.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Williams double team. Pass to Beverly. Inside, here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Nesmith, he's checked in for Tatum. Green comes in for Brown. And it's Edwards in for Kemba Walker. It's stolen by Edwards. 3-on-3. Here's Tice. And again, Boston with the triple.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
The Clippers shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And last season we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce a target scorer, Greg, to end the game. And instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
And no question, it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained. And I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in. And I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. The Celtics shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Tice, no good. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
LA has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Mann, and he goes in for the dunk.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Here's Edwards. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Thompson, he's checked in for Williams. Jason Tatum comes in for Nesmith, and it's Brown in for Green. On the free throw, no good. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And
take a break.
Listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. Walker's checked in for the Celtics. Both free throws good from Batum. Celtics leading by 22. It's Brown with the drive. And another one falls. Amazing.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Now here's Leonard. Outside, George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 8 here in this one already. It's stolen by Ibaka. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Walker to the paint. And Ibaka slams it in.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
You got to avoid fouling Tatum in those situations. He's very clever at getting the defense to kind of bite when he attacks.
Jason Tatum. He'll be at the line shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. They have a 19-point lead. Here's Brown. Goes back up. Thompson. Count it.
Not easy to prevent Tristan Thompson from scoring in that position. Got to try to body him up.
Los Angeles has gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Leonard attacking. They get the rebound. Ibaka. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops from Ibaka. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you are involved in more facets of the game.
Now, here's Thompson. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. No good from the wing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Leonard. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 29 points for Kawhi Leonard. From the wing, and Tatum the bucket on the assist by Walker.
Offensively, just versatile. Tatum keeps his defenders on edge with so many moves with the ball.
Here's George. George double teamed. The 3 ball. No good there. And the Celtics going the other way now. Here's Tice. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Now, here's George. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say, they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Boston leading by 22. Here's Walker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Batum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Thompson with the bucket.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. George up top. He's covered by Brown. There's the feed to Ibaka. And he lays it straight in. 20 points for Serge Ibaka.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Now, here's Walker. It's good. Walker's got 4 points this quarter. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jaylen Brown.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter, this time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
Here's Pritchard, and so Boston again turning it over. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Semi Ojeleye comes in for Daniel Tice. There's a minute left to play in the final quarter. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Shot from free throw range. Misses off the left iron. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Here's Ojeleye. Over Kennard. Count that one from Ojeleye.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Mann. Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Lays it up off the glass.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Clippers ball.
Here's the Clippers. Morris outside, and they pick up 2.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Here's Pritchard. And stolen by Patterson. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.